Hey everyone. Today I have a couple of book reviews. I figured I'd just throw them in a video together since I finished. Well, I'm pretty close to finishing one of them, but basically finished both of them in the same week. First up, I teased talking about this, but this is Stephen King's latest novel, Later. This I anticipated being mostly a crime story, and it is, but there is a lot more of the classic stuff that you would expect from Stephen King in this than the advertising for it would lead you to believe. It's under the hard case crime uh, sort of moniker or whatever. This is the third book he's done in the hard case crime uh, series or whatever. And the Mr. Mercedes books also are very centered around a crime. And this whole concept of investigating murders and crime and that sort of thing is very in vogue right now. People really want to hear stories like that, watch documentaries like that, read books like that. I'm sort of halfway in on that. I'm not as obsessed with it as some people are, but anyway, this book was a great read. It centers around a family and well, it's actually a daughter and a son for the majority of the book, and um, I liked it a lot. I would say this would be a good introductory book to what Stephen does, especially since it's not like a 1,000 page epic or whatever. For the seasoned Stephen King reader, you'll like this because he he references Dark Tower. So if you're a Dark Tower fan, which every Stephen King fan should at least give that series a try. So you got that, and you also have references to his other works. One in specific that, well, I'll just go ahead and say they reference the novel It, which even the most casual Stephen King reader is likely read that. But one of the central plot aspects is also in this book. So and for that reason alone, I'm a completist when it comes to Stephen King. I haven't read everything, but of course, eventually I will. And I don't own everything, but everything that I have read and I like, I make sure I buy. So as you can see, there's quite a few of the hardcovers up here on the shelf. So, final verdict: you should read this. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that without getting into spoiler territory. Next is I've mentioned this on the on the channel before as well. Traveling Music, the soundtrack to my life and times by Neil Peart. It's a beautiful cover there, and then a nice photo of him driving in there. I want to say this is his third book. I may be wrong about that though. I've read two, counting this one. Um, this is basically a travel journal written in a narrative format. However, also tying in all of the music that he's listening to while he's on the road and how it relates to his life. And he sort of jumps backwards and forwards in time. And then also there is big chunks that he takes from previous trips that he's also taken and talks at length about those. The main trips that he takes in this are from California, where he was living at the time, to Texas, to Big Bend National Park, which, um, based on his descriptions and times that he had there, I want to go, and I'm actually planning on going. So you may hear about that in the future, as long as, life doesn't get in the way or whatever. Also, a trip to Africa towards the end of this book. And I know in his first book he talks a lot about bicycle trips in Africa, so some of that stuff may be recovered or covered in more detail in this. However, I still have about 30 pages or so to go. I just figured it would be best to cover this now. The one gripe I have about this is sometimes he goes on at length about artists that I'm not that interested in, and I've heard what they do, and I'm not ever gonna want to know more about it. Frank Sinatra is the one that I'm thinking of that I was really like, oh my gosh, okay. Um, so what I do in that case is I sort of speed read. You know what I mean? I get the gist of what he's talking about and I move forward and hopefully get to better stuff. So I also would recommend this, especially if you're into travel and interesting facts about places and music and um, just exploration and Neil's thoughts and his view of the world. That's it for this video. Next video is going to be an unboxing, and I have a pile of stuff waiting to be unboxed. So, until next time, see you later.